Hey y'all, I'm Kyrie with HowStuffWorks, and today we're visiting an Atlanta institution, the Varsity Drive-In. So I'm about to chow down on some chili dogs, onion rings, and orange Frosties, all delivered to my car by the iconic Varsity car hops. The Varsity is the world's largest drive-in restaurant and has been serving hot dogs, onion rings, and burgers since 1928. Its huge flagship location, just off of Interstate 85 in Atlanta, has been owned and operated ever since by the descendants of founder Frank Gordon. There are several other Varsity locations, including one in Athens, but none are as large nor have the history of the original. This Varsity, for instance, typically serves about 30,000 guests during Georgia Tech home football games. While the inside ordering system is something to behold in itself, one of the most beloved draws at the Varsity is the drive-in. Car hops used to wrangle diners on the corner by hopping on the side of the rails of their cars and riding them to the parking lot. That's where the term car hop came from. Today, these guys are identified by a number and just walk up and take your orders after you park, just like they have been doing for decades. Some of the car hops have become famous to the locals over the years. John Wesley Reagan, aka Flossie May, is perhaps the Varsity's most well-known car hop. He used to sing and dance the menu to customers for more than 50 years, but it was his wild Varsity hats that the people grew to love. TV star and comedian Nipsey Russell got his start as a car hop at the Varsity, where he worked for 4 years after World War II. He soon became a favorite for his loud attire and wisecracking jokes. He's actually the person who coined the iconic phrase, naked dog, which is now part of the Varsity lingo. That's a plain hot dog in case you didn't know. Today, the star car hop is Varsity employee and Atlanta native Louis Frank Jones, aka Car Hop #1. He's 87 years old and has worked as a car hop for 64 years. He's still going strong too. So you gotta talk to us about what has kept you here so long?
You could come up here and get a job when you couldn't get a job in the West, but you could get a job other place, but you could make money here.
Yeah.
So you didn't just come up here just to laugh, you came up here to make money, and you made money if you came up here to work. So this place stayed busy all the time. Mm-hmm. We had a thing you call a supper rush and the dinner rush. All those are rushes. When you had people come in, they throw the thing up like that. That means set up an ice. Yeah. Before they eat. You just drink before they eat.
During that 64 years of serving diners here, we wondered how much has really changed, other than the cars. You kind of talk to us about what has changed over the last 64 years since you've been here.
Well, we don't have to come up here and wait on cars anymore. First we have to wait on cars around here. That's the first we have to go. During the years back in the 50s and 60s and days like that, we had to come here and wait on people. We don't have to do that anymore. Or sometimes a person would come in and order one ice cream cone. You had to bring that ice cream cone all the way from down there, all the way back up here. You get that, sometimes there'll be a good tip, it'll be a bad tip. But anyway, you had to do it or else you didn't have no job, so you had to do what the job requires you to do.
Today, the Varsity has parking for about 600 cars, though only about 25 are actually for drive-in service. Those spots are near the huge red pillars when you turn in off of North Avenue. Just drive up and park, and a car hop like Mr. Jones will walk up and take your order from your car window. And if you're wondering what people order here, well, it's basically a ton of hot dogs, French fries, and onion rings. And we do mean a ton. The Varsity claims it sells 2 miles of hot dogs, a ton of onions, over 2,500 pounds of potatoes, 5,000 fried pies, and 300 gallons of chili every single day. It also sells more Coca-Cola than any other restaurant in the world. That's a lot of hot dogs and Coke. Of course, the history at the Varsity runs so deep, they basically have their own language. Want a plain hot dog? Don't just order a hot dog. That comes topped with chili and mustard. Like we mentioned, a plain hot dog is a naked dog here. An FO is a frosted orange. Ring 1, onion rings, of course. Strings is an order of fries. But don't worry if you can't remember all of this. That's what pros like Frank and the other car hops are for. They have the Varsity lingo down pat, so you don't have to.
So what you have, what you have, what you have.